for tuning in, and thanks for your support.
Well, we made it, Wiz. What do you think? We made it. We made it. What is going on, everyone? I'm still sick as a dog. And then, of course, I run into camera problems. And thank God I have two of the same virtual display HDMI wireless things. One for over here, one for over there. Always works, no problem. And I had a few things lined up for tonight. I'm like, how am I going to do this? So we're good. Everything works. Audio sounds a little weird, but that might be because I'm sick still. But I missed you guys, and I wanted to do the show. And what an awesome topic for the UnMasked show. Literally. Steve Barber, 9 L7X15s. And Carlos, do we have to say anything more? And, you know, I love seeing Jeremy Brown on camera. An awesome friend of mine, especially in the beginning days of Kicker. I didn't know who that guy was, and he was like, would you look at that fur? Would you just look at it? So you guys did great tonight. Aaron, Ernie, the whole gang. Love you guys. And yes, we will be live next Tuesday with Kicking with Andy. I haven't exactly narrowed it down, but I have a few ideas. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry I'm late. They ran the show late, and I was ready to go, and then I go to connect the phone, and it's not working. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So we'll throw some things up, but we gotta say hello to everybody. Man, I sound quiet. Tell me if I sound quiet. It sounds quiet in here. Let's see. Let me just take a look at it. Let's see. See, the Elgato Wave. Let me make sure everything's working, because I had to restart everything on this computer. Stream, system. Okay, we're good on that end. Elgato Wave is not coming up. There it is. Yeah, we're up full tilt boogie. I am just sick. I'm sick. So maybe my system's a little bit louder. You know, I'm thinking, oh, that's pretty loud. Maybe it'll sound even louder in a couple days. Would you look at that? Would you look at that right there? It's Livin Loud with Andy, kicking it with Kicker on Masked After Show. Look at it. You see that right there? You're a rock star always. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, William, for always tuning in. And I can't wait for the new stuff you have in store. And just thank you for being a good friend, man. And thank you for always being here. First you get the flu, then your camera acts. What's going to be the third string? You're telling me, man. You're telling me. And it's going to be a long night tonight. And, you know, I'm going to try to make it through the stream. We'll see. No guarantees. Right now, I'm doing all right, but I'm not going to go full tilt boogie. No clipping. We don't want to kill the coil. We're going to try to have a good show tonight. Thank you, Adir. And, man, you never know. You really don't. 25. What is up? Yeah, the camera got COVID. It was just a camera switcher thing, you know, and I'm trying to do the GoPro. The GoPro's acting up. Then I'm like, okay, well, let's just get this going. Screw the GoPro. We don't need it. And then that didn't work. I'm like, come on, man. But I wanted to show a few clips, and if you haven't seen Steve Barber's build, you're sleeping under a rock. Check this out. Man, that is straight clipping. Let's try that again. There we go.
Yeah!
Awesome. Thank you, YBase, for uploading that on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to YBase, why aren't you? Thank you guys so much. Just for all the content creators out there, because I didn't get to hear it, I didn't get to see it. And a little simple YouTube search, boom, had it, and in HD. And it looks like a very punchy setup. And like how Steve was saying tonight, it's only seeing about 700 watts per L7X15. Now, I know every design and enclosure, you know, you can do a lot with that, but that's insane. And when he can add more, woo, it's gonna be brutal. Gonna be brutal. Sorry, man. I'm definitely off. I've been sick all weekend. I know we canceled Friday. That's when this started. Kids were sick last week. I thought I dodged a bullet. No, I got nicked. And I've been doing things that I can. That I really can. And it's like, you know, car audio just never stops. Like, I'm cold sweating right now. So I've been going outside. It's nice and cold. And, you know, just you feel a little bit better going outside. Getting that fresh air. And doing a little bit, but constantly getting winded. But I've been making it through it, and I had to try to do tonight's show. I missed you guys, and I love doing what I do. Basshead 30, what is up? Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Nilo, would you look at that? Nilo Media, thank you for tuning in, dude. Awesome, awesome. That's all you got to do, Sean. That's all you got to do. Dan O'Brien. Hey, y'all. Congrats, Delilah. And I know I was trying to send the video to Ernie. If you guys want to see Carlos's runs, I should have sent it to him before, because it is hard pulling videos off of Facebook. But we had that little compilation, whatever you want to call it, of videos of his SPL runs with the L7X just taking tons of abuse. Hit after hit after hit. Thank you, Dan. I'm just sick. First time I actually put the headphones on, too, since I've been. So it's like, oh. Thank you, guys. Thank you. He wants the rain.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Mike Craner. How's my kicker family been? Peace. I'm glad you're tuning in tonight, Mike. I seen you on the UnMasked show. Man, I am sweating. Is this AC on? Yeah, it is on. Not feeling good, but I'm trying. And it's just good to see you. You know, big kicker fan right here, man. He's got a bunch of 15s, and I think he wants to do L7Xs as well. A similar build like Steve Barber. Donald Logan, what's up? Not much, man. Live and direct. We're trying. We are trying our best. Appreciate you guys. And you know, I'm usually on the ball. Well, for the most part here. But I forgot to pull up Kicker Club. We do have to pull that up. If you guys are not in Kicker Club, you're also sleeping under a rock. But yeah, we are almost at 46,000 members. Me and Kayla finally got through the 1,100 members. You know, it was just constant 1,100 members all the time. And we got through them. So, and we're going to try to keep up on it a little bit. But it's been literally insane with the amount of growth that that group has had in the past 3 months. It's really insane. Really is. Excuse me. I will be coughing. Let's see. Baba. I am standing right behind Bill, Jeremy, and Aaron as this demo is going. Really? That's awesome for the video with Steve Barber's and Y-Bass there. That is awesome, man. Now, Baba, I want to hear what you have to say. What did you think, personally, of Steve Barber's build? What did you think? When you're sick, you got to turn up that volume a little bit more. You're telling me, man. Yeah, there we go. Let's see that. Yep, we could do that, and then we can turn this gain up here. Man, my voice sounds terrible. But it's all right. Yeah. Why is that? Now it sounds normal. Man, I have to do that to the gain in the car, too, because, man, I am happy with the L7X build for TDH. I've been trying to get her car ready, and a few other things, like, you know, I'm feeling like Chris Fix over here. No lie. With these headlights, they were so bad, and a little Chris fix, and they look brand new. I really can't get over it. It's amazing. I'm just happy that, you know, you could do it for free. Well, $15, that's free. It's not a whole brand new headlight kit. So that, alongside with a voltage regulator, I guess you could say it's like adding diodes to bump up your voltage, which works really, really well. Just for, you know, stock alternators that don't have an external voltage regulator. You need a signal sense wire on your alternator, but technically it'll work for every alternator that has that. And I was able to bump up my voltage from 14.5, as you can see there. Man, my voice is shaky. 14.5 to about 15 volts. And that was plenty just for the LTO batteries, you know? And it's awesome that this is here. I'm going to do an entire video on it eventually. Probably when I get back from TDH. But just a few things here and there. But the L7X, man, I've been having fun with it. I really have. Check this out.
Single 12-inch Solo X on 2,500 watts. Both windows down.
I took a look at it, huh?
Yeah, would you look at it?
Yeah.
You look at
I
it.
looked at it.
I've been having fun playing hooky, but I've been sick, you know, and what better way to feel a little bit better than some bass. And getting that all together, and it sounds awesome. It really does. And thank you, Bubba, for the $5 super chat. Speaking of looking at it.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Thank you, Bubba. Here comes the sprinkles. Hit the like to show your support. I'm surprised you didn't say to roll the Bobby B clip. I mean, that's coming next.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. You gotta hit the like. Problem. It's real easy. That thing that goes like this. Pretty simple.
That's it. Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate you. And yes, please smash the like, guys. We got 1831 on YouTube. You guys, thank you for tuning in. And again, thank you, Bubba. Nilo, was impressive seeing my kit read 400 degrees on the L7X and eating it. Yes, awesome technology you got there, man, with just the infrared or, you know, temperature sensor you got there. And, you know, it's so cool to know the temperature of your coil real time, instantaneously at high levels, which is awesome. Amazing products, man. And for a coil taking 400 degrees and it's a kicker, that's pretty impressive. I don't think it's COVID. I hope not. But it, you know, the Pringles just didn't taste the same. The bass isn't hitting as hard. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, Jim, for tuning in. Baba was making it rain 100%. I need the hummus. That's what I need. It'll make me feel so much better. Roger is a member for 4 months on the green team. Thank you, Roger, for your dedicated support and just being an awesome friend, man. Just stopping by to show some love. Keep up the great work, Andy, and some kicker emojis. Thank you, Roger, and appreciate you always being here and part of the gang, man. Let's see. Guido in the house. I'm a little bit of Italian. Thank you for tuning in, Chris. DK for the win. I know, I'm trying to think if you guys, I know there was a lot of comments tonight on tonight's show, and they had a few questions, so if you had any of those, I'll try to answer them the best way I can. I got a few more things lined up here, but nothing too crazy. I mean, we got the kicker build of the week. Awesome, Craig, beautiful build, and the custom amplifiers. I did show this one other time, but it was a while ago. I think that's just awesome, and of course the little JY battery back there, it definitely helps. Definitely helps. Oh, look at that. Neo with a $5 super chat. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
You do just gotta look at it. Thank you, Nilo. Appreciate you, man, for the $5 super chat. And Basshead Fanatic has become a member. Appreciate you, man. That is awesome. You guys, thank you. You know, and that's the reason I'm like, everything. The house is burning, but we still have to go live. We have to do it. And this is why, because you guys are awesome. Appreciate you so much. Yes, and look at that, the member. We got to throw up the member.
I took a look at it, huh?
Oh, would you look at it?
Yeah.
You looked at it.
I looked at it.
Very
I
good.
kept looking at it.
Thank you, Basshead Fanatic, for becoming a YouTube member. He just looked at it and said, would you look at that? I'm just going to keep looking at it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, and welcome. Welcome to the team. The team that is green. The green team. Let's see. We got a question here. Bring him up. I'm actually doing a little bit better. It's probably because under pressure. Why not? You know? Dropping in an X12 soon, the L7 X12. 2020 Sierra. Trying to stay stock as much as possible. Any suggestion for maximum bang without too many OEM changes to the truck? Max watts for amp, hybrid, caps. You know, with keeping something that looks stock, or is stock is the question. To keep it looking stock is really a lot of finesse. And when you're running an L7X, you're not going to be able to keep it stock, but you can make it look stock. And I feel like, you know, with a little bit of electrical, the proper power wire, and you don't need to go crazy with a high output alternator, but is it the best way to do it? Yeah, just keep everything happy. But with the Solo X12, yes, it's a 2,000 watt woofer. But if Steve Barber's only putting 700 watts to his 15s, yes, he's got 9 of them, but that's just kind of showing that they don't need all that ton of power to make some bass. And that's a well-balanced driver. And obviously there's pros and cons with every which way you design it. More power needed, less power needed, enclosure size, everything. Playability, what you're looking for. But Kicker always seems to make something that gets loud and can do it almost with less power than a lot of its competitors. And sound good doing it and have tons of range. So I would suggest, if you really want to not upgrade your electrical, like keep it OEM as you can, is run an amplifier that's a lot smaller. And you're going to have less output, less performance, but you could still have that good Kicker sound. And if the enclosure is designed in a well enough way to work with that low power, it'll sound good. And that's kind of the key. You really do want to plan before you just buy, you know, or build. So just keep that in mind. But honestly, with OEM and just keeping it clean, I would just go with at least one battery. You know, just something back there to keep the amplifier happy, big 0 gauge wire, and run it 1 to 2K amp. And you should be totally fine and not cutting into too much. Appreciate you, Facebook user. I think that must be from the other Kicker Club. No, that is Eric Hoskins. Thank you, Eric Hoskins, for tuning in from Kicker Club. You are awesome. Man, I am behind. We got to take care of the super chats, man. We got some $5 super chats. Basshead Fanatic with the $5 super chat.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
That's all you can do anymore. Thank you, Basshead Fanatic, for becoming a member, just being here, and with the $5 super chat. You're awesome. Thank you for just being part of this community. It really is awesome. I know I heard Steve talking about community and this, and it's like we are that crazy community. We are, and you guys are awesome, and I'm glad to be a part of that as well. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your donation. I am not gonna wall Cookie Monster. I would, but it's like, I don't know. I really, it's come to mind so many times. But I have a new car to make a build, and I think a wall is definitely, it's due. It's definitely due. And it's Tuesday.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
Thank you, Fat Boy, with a $10 super chat. I seen you just subscribe before we started the show, so thank you so much. Go check out my underseat build, 2 L7 Solo X10s on 8K. That is awesome. If you want to send me a link to that at livinloudwithandy@gmail.com, I might be able to share that next Friday. Just send me a link. That is awesome, man. And hopefully it's on your YouTube. Be a lot easier. And I will share that for you. That 2 of the 10s, I want the 10s. I really do. But I still don't even have the 15 in the box yet. The 12 has been rocking it, and it works perfect for that car. The 15, I might actually put into Kayla's car. Well, the other Kayla's car. She's got her car, and then the Pilot. You know, I just have the Eclipse. We share the Pilot, so she wants to take out the quad box and put the X15 in there. And I'm like, you know, the box is probably going to be close to the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. She's like, oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, fat boy. I definitely want to hear those 10s, man. My voice is falling apart. 10 more minutes and we're going to cut it. I'm trying. I really am. And thank you guys for your donations and just being here, tuning in, talking L7Xs. It's Tuesday. The Unmasked show was awesome. Man. You know, I was thinking that at least a 24, but 32, I'm all ears, man. I am all ears. The box I have is probably big enough. I'm excited for Cookie Monster 2. I got a few ideas that I'm going to do for that for Slamology. Everyone's like, what do you mean? Why are you starting on the build? Slamology is 4 months away. And it's like, bro, there's a lot that goes into this, plus everything else I do and all the other builds. I got a chip at it. And nothing too crazy. Just tweaking a few things, making it look a little better. Maybe dropping the floor an inch, you know, sliding it up. I made it nice and big, just so everybody that was 6'5" and over could fit. But I want to see if I slide it up just an inch or so, and an inch down, if I can gain a little bit SPL and play louder easier. That's my goal. Let's see. Budget Audio with Jay, thank you for tuning in, man. And the quad box, it's pretty big, but it doesn't look too big in the Pilot. It's, what is it, 32 inches by 26. So, I mean, it takes up some space. But that would be cool with a 15. And then build it in your own certain way and make it a wind machine, make it whatever. It'd be awesome. Man, my voice is fading, and it's fading fast. Let's see what other comments I missed earlier. What's going on? Cracker0974, thank you for tuning in. I know I was talking to Kayla today. I was looking at it, and I was telling her, I was like, man, I can do the look at it voice easier than mine. But I don't want to be doing it the whole time. You know, you just got to look at it this way, all right? You just got to look at it. And it's a lot easier to talk, especially when you just look at it. You know, it's a little bit easier on your voice. Let's see. I'm just scrolling back because I know I missed a few. All right, cool. We're caught up. What else did I want to go over here? What's going on, Probably Live Wire? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you're here. You guys are awesome, man. We got a lot of green team members here, but 25 is still not part of the green team. What the heck? Thank you for tuning in, 25. I thought he got gifted one. I did. I thought he got gifted one. It's a little bit bigger than that. I mean, Carlos wouldn't give up his specs of his box, or well, his rear cabin or anything. I don't know if I should. A few people know, you know. I mean, you can just look at it. Just be like, oh, that's a pretty big box. You just gotta look at that. But still, it had so many changes. It's on like its 3rd revision, 3.0, 3.5. I don't know. It's big. It's a little bit bigger than what Kicker recommends. But we changed a few things so that it would work very well. Thank you, Jake, for the Kibo. And CJ Search Party. Oh, man, they playing video games again? Come on, man. Come on.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
But thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. And, man, that SDK box has been pounding away. It is working, and I love your enclosures, man. Thank you for just being here. Facebook user. Man, we got 40, 60 guys. This might be... Yeah, Jeffrey. Thank you for tuning in, Jeffrey. I am so sick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. Slamology, this will be my first year. Wonder what I will meter. Them 15-inch Qs are crazy loud. Man, Penn's vehicle. I know you got pretty big SUV. Hopefully a 47. I could see a 47 all day with that. Let me know what organizations you plan on running. Maybe I can help you out. I used to do that mecha stuff back in the day. Tell you what classes to avoid and which ones to look at. Thank you for tuning in, man. Especially Slamology. There is a lot of competition there. There's a lot. Wait a minute. We got something. What was that? Oh, Massive Hertz just subscribed. Thank you, Massive Hertz. Would you look at that? Oh, it's down there on the bottom of the screen, too. Thank you, Massive Hertz. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. That's what I love doing this stuff. I really do. And the more energy you put into something and you see it start to blossom, you just want to go. You just want to turn up that bass knob. You really do. And then just life happens. And it's like, man. So I'm trying my best. I appreciate you guys tonight. And thank you for all that you do. Let's see. Kyle, I got 8.1 cubic feet available for my L7X15 going smaller box for 30 hertz. If you want to go lower, I would build bigger and a little bit smaller port compared to if you're just changing things like that. If you want to play a little bit lower, but these L7Xs, it almost seems like no matter what kind of enclosure you kind of really put them in, they're really wanting to play that 30 hertz. Tons of wasted information. Big time. So, 8.1 cubic feet for an L7X15, that is huge. Just watch the port area. Watch the port area. But then the tuning might be really low because your port area is a little bit smaller. So you help some of that. Pros and cons. Try it. Let me know how it works. Because then, you know, all you have to do is take up some of the airspace inside. It's easier to build a box smaller. You can't build it bigger. You can put things in there to remove some of the... okay, 5.5. Okay. That's a little bit more reasonable. And I think that will really pronounce those 30 hertz frequencies more so. Just being a little bit bigger. You know, even with the L715 or the L515 or the L7R15... they can go up to 6 cubes. That's why I asked for the minimum and maximum recommendations, because it's just everything's like that. And I just wanted to see how it compared to the L715. You know, just, okay, L715's 3 to 6. I just wanted to see if it was like kind of that, like 2.5 to 4 to 5.5. I wanted to see that range. But I know with the software, you have to do that. Man, my voice is shot. Eric H. with a $20 super chat. Thank you for the info. Get well.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. And that means a lot, man. Means a lot. I told Ernie I'm going live tonight, rain or shine. I'm not feeling great, but I'm going to try. And the voice is slowly getting worse. But you guys, thank you. And thank you, Eric. Appreciate you, man. Big time. Fi mobile still sounds. I got it. Fi. I always do. Fi phone. Okay. Awesome. Baba, I hope to sync up with you guys more than a drive-by this year. Absolutely. And you being in the Discord, hanging out at the Kicker UnMasked show, hanging out here, it's easy. And these guys are awesome. And I know you already been around, but welcome to the team, man. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in as well. Lee, thank you for hanging out. Hey, Andy, I'm thinking of buying the new Q Class 12s. Question. 2 subs in 1.5 cubic feet each, or 3 in 1 cubic feet each in a sealed box? Well, I think with more subs in a smaller box, you're going to get more of a punchier response averagely. Just because they're in smaller enclosures. And you're going to have a little bit more motor force because you got more cone, you got more motors, but you got a smaller box per se. Now, output compared to the 1.5 cubic feet and only 2, I don't think that difference on airspace is enough to negate the added cone area of having a third entire extra driver. So, I think SPL, just strictly SPL, you would probably need to have 2 of those subs in probably 2 or more cubic feet each. But the problem with that is to compete with the 3-in-1. But the problem with that is that tuning frequency, where they're going to resonate at, is going to be a lot lower and could not be as loud, or maybe it works better for your vehicle and how cabin gain works with the enclosure and all that SPL stuff. So it's really hard to compare those two, but to give you a simple answer, the 310s are going to be louder. The 210s with more enclosure per sub is probably going to give you a wider bandwidth and maybe more of a natural sound with a better roll-off, meaning that it's going to be able to play lower without bottoming out, without just losing just the rear wave of just how sealed boxes work, man. Any enclosure, but sealed we're talking about here, where you got your back wave really controlling everything. There's no port, and each driver you put into that same size enclosure changes that resonant frequency depending how that driver is designed. So there's so much at play, really. And I know a lot of people have these questions because they're like, well, what do I go with? I'm going to tell you, if you want something to just sound, maybe you could play more music, just go with the 2. If you want something to be punchier and louder, and that's what you're looking for, and a lot of people are, then go with the 3. And just because space is a problem. Thank you for your question, Lee. Sean Lynn, a member for 3 months. Official Green Team members here. Thank you, Sean. Man, all these good questions, and I have no voice tonight, and I'm sweating like a pig. Excess Power X Max 90s. Andy, do you think they're hype or the real deal looks like Eve LF 22K cells? Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be all these cells that you buy, all these DIY or pre-built stuff. It's all coming from overseas, okay? So, yes, it's probably that. And lithium iron phosphate, LFP batteries, what have you. But I like it's a DIY look. It's not a DIY price, but it's more leaning that way compared to a bot price, where the pre-builts, they got the fancy cases, and it's just, it doesn't even look like a battery. That looks like a DIY battery, and I like it. It's cool. And I do want to test it. I absolutely do. I'm more on the LTO train, but that is what it is. Thank you for tuning in, Chad Alvarez. Let's see. That should be your life's mission. Voice is failing. Last questions. Get them in. Extremo. Sounds better for 215s. I know. A8.1. Definitely would work. Yeah. 4.05 cubes per. Yeah, that definitely would work. Yeah, my voice is clipped. It is clipped. Thank you for tuning in, Mike. It's all right. Every Tuesday, either 8:30 or 10:30, and every Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern. You can do the central calculations. I can't do that right now. I love you guys. It's all right, Adair. I will make the after party to say hello, but I ain't staying long. I actually got to get up very early and take my dad to the hospital. Very early. Again, couldn't miss this for you guys. Gotcha, Chad, and thank you for tuning in. Appreciate what you do and just the whole community thing, you know. Appreciate that you're here tuning in, hanging out with us. And yeah, I mean, they're cool batteries. They really are. When I seen it, I first thought it was an LTO bank, like how I made mine, which is here. I thought it was those cells, but it's actually LFP, and it might be the Eves. And I heard that, you know, the Big Jeff batteries, those got Eves in it. And there's a few other, you know, they're going to use some kind of batteries. And are they bad? Are they good? I don't know. I need more input. More input. 25, he's like, make it rain so Andy don't leave. All right, cool. I think we're good. I made it 35 minutes. We got to do the outro. And, man, I love you guys so much. Trap House, he said, don't go yet. Don't go. Thank you, Trap House, with a $5 super chat. Oh, come on. Boom.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Thank you, Trap. Just switched from LiPo 4 LEV 60s and A123s to 80 amp hours of Yinlong and can't be happier. 48 amp hours of Planano next to add. Where did you get your Plananos from? I got mine from ShrikoBatteries.com. SRIKO It's hard to spell. Shriko Batteries. Shriko. There we go. SRIKO. There, I think that's it. Shriko Batteries. Now, see, if you got 80 amp hours of Yinlong and then you're going to get 48 amp hours of Plananos, I would put the Plananos closer to the amplifier because they actually have a higher C rate than the Yinlongs. So I think that would be better for a burst battery, and then your Plananos would be your, quote, reserve. That's awesome, and, you know, I'm over LFP, to be honest. In most of my builds, LTO is just super safe, and with having kids and my wife and family in the car, and they're like daily build / her car, like not me driving, and if something would happen, I want to go with the safest chemistry possible. So, LTO for the win. But LFP is definitely out there, and it's energy dense, all that fun stuff. Whew. Thank you, Trap House, and appreciate you just hanging out on the streams, dude. Big time. I love you guys. I tried. We did good. We got so many questions still. I got Lilition 8.5s. I'm going to be at 14.6 or lower max. I heard those are good for amp dynos, but you got to run 5 series, and they're LFP. But that's a different story. You ain't running 17 volts in your car. But for an amp dyno, maybe 15.8 will work for you. Hey, either way, pros and cons with all batteries, car audio, equipment. It all depends the application, what you're trying to do, your price, and if you know how to put them together, how much they're going to cost. I love you guys. My voice is gone. Whew. Please, have a good week this week, guys. I love you. Kicker Unmasked, you guys did awesome. Ernie and the gang, I appreciate you guys for the shout outs and just doing what you're doing for the community and for Kicker and just what Kicker does for us. So thank you guys so much for all that you do, and thank you for watching tonight. You guys are awesome. Much love. Thank you, Trap House. Thank you guys, big time. I will see you Friday. I should be 100% by then, and we'll have something kicking for Tuesday. Either way, love you guys. And as always, stay living loud. I'll see you on the next one.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Boots and cats and boots and cats. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? You just got to take a look at that kicker and say, would you look at that? The L7X. Game changer, yes it is. Would you just look at it? Especially when that bass starts going, you just got to look at it and say, would you look at that? One heck of a driver kicker. Way to go, Steve Irby. Love you guys. See you at the caboose.
Livin Loud Swag.
Caboose! Come on, Wiz. Now I switch the camera on you, and you're being shy. Usually he's always switching it for himself anyway. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And Cornut's coming in. Thank you, Cornut. Love you guys. And that is the caboose. Stay living loud. Oh, no. That's it.